144, 144, thousand, 144, 144, thousand, 144, 144, thousand, 144, 144, thousand. Chosen, 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 chosen. Apple love is out and it's started to the sky. The wings are right and I put that on my guy. Apple love is out and it's started to the sky. The wings are right and I put that on my guy. Heart of a king, blood of a slave. The prince of the power, I'm possessing all the traits. Mental slavery, I'm just breaking through constraints. And you pseudo prophets, we just doing what you can't. Cause I only fear God, my nigga. I only fear Yahweh, my nigga. We ain't scared. I ain't your local pastor, my nigga. We tell. I got another precept, my nigga. Here comes the zoom, zoom, witches on your broom.
Praise, Lord, praise. First off, I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. You know, hey, we gotta come out here to let our people know what's really going on. Like the God of this Bible, it ain't no all lovey-dovey. It's not all love, peace, and no. He really about some things out here. Go to Exodus 15:3, right?
Bring it out.
Because Christianity have made it seem like the God of the Bible is one of them Care Bear guys. You feel me? Hey, you do what you want. You walk up to him, a hug, and it's all love. That's not who God is. That's not the God of the Bible. Yeah, how was his real name? That's not who he is for real. We're gonna show characteristics of who got his nature for real. Bring it out, Ken.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 3.
Bring it out.
The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and his host hath he cast into the sea.
It says the Lord is a man of war. If someone's a man of war, they're about battle. They're about action. They're going to stand on business. They don't mind seeing blood getting shed. So when we see all these bad things going around in the world, we got to understand. This is coming from the Most High God. They're talking about praying for peace. Why? That's praying for against God's will. Talking about praying for peace. No. It's just that he's a man of war. Being a man of war meaning you don't mind seeing bloodshed. we gotta get out this type of mentality. Bring it out, King.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
So it said the wicked should not be unpunished. Now, if you're dealing with a man of war, what type of punishment you think he's gonna give to the wicked? When does that time come around, he ain't gonna give you a little slap on the wrist. He's not gonna do that. He really a lot. People gotta understand who the God of this Bible is for real. We gotta give me Sirach 12:6. So, cause understand that he's about bloodshed. It's not all peace, not all love. He said he is going to give punishment to those who do wicked. We gotta understand what's really going on. Bring it up.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 6.
Bring it out.
For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly.
Oh, so how Christianity says he hates the sin, not the sinner? Nah, that's not it. We just say it says he hates the sinner. He don't care what the sin is, he hates the sinner. Keep going.
And keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
The mighty day of their punishment. It's not going to be no slap on the wrist. The Lord is a man of war. People are going to die. It's simple. The wages of sin is death. He hates the sinner. Regardless of the sin you're doing, he hates. And he's going to repay you. He's going to repay the vengeance. They're talking about death. It's no, all right, you know, cool. No, we got to get right now. It's not this Care Bear Teletubby thing going on. This is really a matter of life and death. And we see his judgment going on throughout the earth every day. We just don't understand what's going on. Give me Isaiah 45:7, right? Because like I saw on news, like man, no, it wasn't on news, it was more like Twitter, but that's the new news nowadays. In Birmingham, hey, it's going up in Birmingham right now. It's going up in Birmingham right now. Hey, niggas is getting sloppy.
They hung this man.
Yeah.
Slaughtered.
Yeah,
Cops.
the cops did. They went on his property asking for ID. He didn't give it to their ID. They beat him up. He sued them, and he was gonna win a lawsuit. And they found him the next day in a abandoned building. Hung.
We're getting slaughtered out there. We getting lynched for real.
Crazy, bro. And they said it's been over 300 lynchings
Yeah.
in the South period in the past 60 years, but 60 years ago it was supposed to be
It's supposed to be over.
right, abolished, right? But in the past 60 years, 300 lynchings in the Deep South period.
300 lynches.
And 3 in the last month.
Right.
3 in the last month.
Bro.
We don't understand. Hey, judgment's being paid right now. Hold that Isaiah 45:7 and give me Sirach 5:7. So hold that and give me Sirach 5:7.
You know, they was talking about too that hurricane, how many towns that was affected. They was literally old sundown towns. Sundown, like, you know, niggas can't be there on Sunday.
And that's what. See, that's why I'm not too quick to say
roof off
pray for something, right? Because we don't understand what God's will is.
Yeah.
How you doing, sis? What you think about that sign? You agree with it?
That's right.
Jesus is a black man.
You don't agree with it.
Oh, praise. You see, that's why I'm not too quick. I'm not too quick to say, pray for this, pray for this. You got to sit back and understand. We got to understand what's going on.
Right.
We don't have the knowledge the Most High God has.
Right.
You got that Sirach 5? Bring it up.
Sirach chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
Thou shalt be destroyed. So we gotta, us as a people, the Israelites, Black, Hispanic, Native American, we gotta quit trying to be like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna get right next week.
Right.
I'm gonna get right next month.
Yeah.
We don't know when his judgment gonna come. People be like, oh man, how could this happen? How could someone get hit with a stray bullet? Boom.
Right.
How could someone die in a car crash?
Yeah.
You gotta understand, hey, it's saying he will destroy the, and when you're like comfortable, when you think it's not gonna happen, when you are posted chilling,
Yeah.
you're gonna get God. That's why we gotta go back to what's gonna keep us safe.
Right.
Our safe haven. We can bring your piece up, off.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
See, and that's the thing. When we were coming up out of Egypt, we were given a choice, life, death, and that's the thing. Like, we alive, but we're not living life right now.
God.
And that's the thing. So-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, as a whole, we're alive, but we're not living life.
Right.
I know we're not living life because, hey, you can go into Indian reservations, and it's all bad out there.
Hermano.
How you doing, family?
You scared?
Hey, you know, hey, it's the look. It's the, I don't speak. But hey, the Native Americans on the reservation, it's all bad out there. The so-called Hispanics. And they're told now that, hey, they can't come on land that they already had. Right? They really essentially how them doing slave labor. And the same thing with the so-called black man. We still out here doing slave labor. Here's the thing. Under the 13th Amendment, you can be a slave under the punishment of a crime.
God.
So legally, slavery is still able to happen, right?
What is it?
And now, let's think of this. Now, if you're able to do slavery under a punishment of a crime, what group of people leads the prison population?
Right.
So-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans.
Right.
And what country leads the prison population in the world? It's America.
Oh.
So we still gotta understand we're still slaves.
We
Just
do
because they give a nigga a quarter to make a damn license plate don't mean you're not a slave no more.
God.
We still slaves. We gotta get right. And the thing is with our people, is we so disconnected just because we don't feel as individually we're doing bad, we don't think everybody else doing bad.
Right.
But that individual mindset is not going to get us where we need to go.
What got us here in the first place?
That individual mindset, like the brother said, got us here in the first place. That individual mindset is not going to be how the Israelites, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, how we get back on top. And that's because of the lack of love we have for each other. That's the lack of love we have for each other. That's why we got to come back to our God. we really got to know what's going on out here. I see you looking at that sign. You agree with it? You scared to talk about it? Man, I can see you scared, man. That's all right. I can look at it and tell. And see, that's another thing. So-called Black Hispanics, how do we let people like this, scary people, be the one that conquer us?
Walking around with a teddy bear whale.
Exactly. Man walk around with a teddy bear well, and yet he conquered us. You can't say that they had divine intervention when it comes to helping us. Ain't no way I'll take 10 on 10 of so-called Black Hispanics, Native Americans versus any other ethnicity in the world. We already know we watching them. Don't you agree? 10 on 10, my people versus your people. Who winning? Well, why everybody acting like all peace? Hey, brother.
Like in sports.
Question, right? Do you believe it should be all love and all peace? All right. So my question is this: do you feel like we should love our oppressors? Do you feel like we should love our oppressors? For example, white people had enslaved us. Do you feel like we should love them? Why? Bro, you an elder, you understand the things that they done did to us throughout history and today. So why should we love them? And that's the problem we have. The older generation don't want to have uncomfortable conversations with the younger generations. To the point now where the generation that's under us, hey, they're crashing out about anything.
Right.
And they really think life is Grand Theft Auto. Put a switch on the gun, boom, boom.
They gonna be regenerated.
Exactly. Hey, I'm gonna spawn back.
Right.
Extra life.
Hey, they're technically wrong, but it's like, come on, we gotta be
Right.
that.
Technically, right.
Technically not wrong. Just gonna be 3 or 4
Right. Gonna be a minute.
And you ain't gonna remember.
It ain't gonna be no instant.
years later, my nigga, but yeah.
It ain't gonna be no instant regeneration, but yeah, we gotta get back right. Hey, family on the scooters. Hey, quick question, real quick. Quick question, right? All praise. Hey, my name's Nagut. What's your name? Okay, what's your name, brother? Lee. All right. So, my question is this, right? It's all called our community. If you could change one thing, what would it be?
Shit.
So what?
Said it's a good ass question.
You just have more financial. You want us to be better. What about you? The whole community, right? So, what I want for our community, well, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we're the Israelites of the Bible. We're God's chosen people. We can see that we're God's chosen people. We understand, hey, we are the best woman. We're the most intelligent. We're the quote-unquote most athletically gifted. When you hear God-given talent, you think of LeBron James. You don't think of Goldberg. Right? When you hear God-given talent, you know, you think of people like, all right, Lamar Jackson. You ain't think of those, like Josh Allen. So we understand we are better than people. The Bible tells us we're better than people. But my question is, how do you think we got into the situation we're in? Because look, we understand 5 of them versus 5 of us, we win. So having that already understood, how are they able to conquer us and get us into the situation we're in now? It has to be some type of divine intervention. Because y'all 2 versus them 2, y'all already know y'all got. Hey, what? We got what? About 10, 11 right here? Against their 11, we already know we got. So how them as a nation was able to conquer us as a nation if they have no type of divine intervention? I mean, that alone makes you think, all right, they had to have some type of help. And they did have help. The reason they had help because God's chosen people, us, we stopped following our God. We supposed to be on top. You got a pre-salt. Bring it up, King.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, starting at verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So that's what I want to see my people at. I want Black, Hispanic, Native American. I want us to be above everybody on the earth. That's what the Bible says. That's what God wanted. That's what he intended for us to be. Like, question, do you get tired of just knowing, like, you knowing you better than these people, but they can just come in our community, make money, and do? So it already told us the blueprint on how to do it. Now, I'm not familiar. Do y'all believe in the Bible? Would you say? You say yeah, yeah, no, halfway. All right. Question: Why is it halfway? Like, hey, we can have a conversation because at one point, I was where you was at.
Right.
I was like, man, I believe in God, but I don't necessarily believe in the Bible. But the reason I had that thought process is because the so-called church, the so-called Christian church, Christianity, it teaches don't really reflect the Bible. So when I'm asking you, why don't you necessarily say you do agree to it? I'm asking, I come from a place of doubting it. So I just want to understand where your mind at with it. So what, King? You ain't give your time? I can respect that. I can respect that. Because this is not a religious book. They try, the Christianity try to make it a religious book, but we open it up. It's a book about a group of people and then how they do their practices amongst their people, of their story, their history of their kings, and the history of their people, and the relationship with their God, and prophecies from their God. It has our history in this book. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68, right? So example, I'm gonna show you history that we all know, but it's in the Bible as well. You got a timer on it?
Yeah, I went on it, bitch.
All right.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, we got our QR code on the back of the flyers, man. I appreciate y'all taking y'all time.
Yeah. We understand, bro. We understand.
You eat good, yo. Hey, I appreciate y'all time, man.
Y'all have a
What's
blessed
good?
day, man. Y'all be safe.
Where you from, man? I see you looking at the sign.
I'm trying to figure it out.
What's your ethnicity?
North African and Arab.
North African and Arab?
Yeah.
All right, man. Hey, you probably not on that sign then, brother.
Good.
So, but you believe in the Bible?
I do believe in the Bible, yeah.
So, my question is this, right? You believe in the Bible, and the Bible, the whole principle is about, right now, at this time, it's for the Israelites. The salvation for the Israelites. Do you understand the plight of the so-called African American, Hispanic, Native American? Do you understand their history?
Yeah, not to that.
I mean, I'm talking about relative history, like slavery
I'm
and...
saying, I know that Native Americans were slaughtered for being Native Americans. African Americans enslaved for being African Americans.
All right, cool. Now, dealing with North Africa, would you say what, like Egypt?
Morocco.
Morocco? I'm trying to think. So, over there, the main religion is Islam, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that was because of conquest, correct?
Because of conquer?
Conquest, yeah, like...
Yeah.
All right, so, and that was your people who were doing the conquering, correct?
Yeah, but not necessarily.
What you mean?
It's like in North Africa, when people, for example, my religion is Islam, when they spread the message, it was not about conquering and changing like ethnicity and changing language. So,
but I mean, it's not changing. We know it's not changing ethnicity, but we're just saying we understand the religion over there in North Africa is Islam because of your people conquest.
Right.
Conquering, correct?
I mean, if you want to call it conquered, sure, but what is your definition of conquer?
All right, going into somebody's land and
Slavery.
applying your laws and principles to a group of people by force.
Not necessarily like that, because if you see,
So during the sub-Saharan slave trade, during the sub-Saharan slave trade, were y'all not forcing y'all will on people?
not necessarily. I'm not.
So, hold on.
Bring it up, man.
Bring it up. For the sub-Saharan slave trade, your people went down to the people who was Israelites and Christianity. They said either choose Islam or we're chopping your head off.
Yeah.
Is that not true?
Not true.
Oh, brother, you need to go do some history. You need to go check your history, brother.
Let me tell you. So when the Europeans or when the Romans came to a place, they spoke the Latin language or whatever you want to call it, the Italian, whatever. All right. That's when they forced their language, their values on people. When Islam came to those countries, you got Senegal. Until right now, Senegal don't speak Arabic. Mali don't speak Arabic. They don't wear the same clothes that we wear. They don't do the same things that we do. They have the same religion. We share the same religion.
Did they have that religion before y'all came into them though?
Islam is a message. So my people, by God asked them.
Islam is a man-made religion. You do know that, right?
Same as Christianity is a man-made religion.
I don't believe in Christianity.
What do you believe in?
I believe in this Bible, right?
What is this Bible?
In this Bible,
Who
right
came
here,
up with it?
it's written by my ancestors, Israelites, right? We can go back into the Dead Sea Scrolls. We can go back to the Nazarene text. There's ancient source documents, right? Christianity is a man-made religion just as well. The fact that the rise of Islam is prophesied in the Bible. So we already know how y'all were going to come over. Like, this is already prophesied to us. This is nothing new. I just want to see if he's going to be genuine honest, because we understand that your religion, it was over by Congress. You can try to make it seem like, oh, it's nice, lovey-dovey. No. We understand you're an enemy to us, just like the white man's an enemy to us, just like the so-called Asian man is an enemy to us. The same thing, your people, the same thing, you see the more people right there, what their ancestors did, your people did the same thing to us.
So,
do you disagree? Because the brother already pointed out to you during the sub-Saharan slave trade, it was either this or die. And when we got off the boat and got into their hands, we were being started with the choice, either do this or die.
That's right. You're right. But let me tell you something. You got to go to the principles of the religion.
Why would I want to go to the principle of a religion of someone that conquered me?
So listen to the principles. So
No, listen. If someone,
you
got to make it make sense, right? If I come into your house, kick down your door, put guns to everybody's face and say, you're going to do what I say or die, all right, and you live, and then your children live, why would your children want to follow my rules?
If you would interrupt me, I would include you about this.
All right, so I'll let you go.
The principle of the religion, the Prophet Muhammad was the first person probably in history that brought a definition of brotherhood between all colors. So the first person to call.
Are you gonna stand on that?
Yeah, I'm standing on that. And let me.
Wow. He's the first person to bring. So Muhammad.
And let me.
He was the first person to bring brotherhood.
And let me tell you.
People.
Muhammad.
Brotherhood.
You're not.
Not Nimrod, who tried to build a Tower of Babel. Not him. He ain't had no brotherhood trying to
way before
people.
him.
You're not letting me
it's
talk.
Muhammad.
All right.
You said he was the first person. You know how many people existed before Muhammad? And it's like he's the first nigga to have brotherhood?
And the three religions, which is Islam and Christianity and Judaism.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the three religions. I'm not talking about the whole world. Some individuals did that thing probably too. But the main thing is, did it have the same influence?
First one, then I'm coming back and do the second one. The kingdom is just for us. It's real. The kingdom is just for us. It's real. These nations ain't nothing like us. It's real. These nations ain't nothing like us. Salt of the earth. Since birth, no church, I be the salt of the earth. God, where we the church, we be the salt of the earth. God first and worst, I'm still a salt of the earth. We the salt of the earth. Creme de la creme. Dropping jewels and gems in the street like Tim's. We ain't none of them. Been putting in work, you check my film.